Hi, I'm Reed Ferguson. I go to Northwestern. That's my mom, Sharon Ferguson. Hi, Mom. At Boise State, I was in the House of Representatives for Rutledge County, and I just had a good experience with my city. And my city, I would say, bonded more than other cities I'd seen, and I still hang out with some of my friends from Boise State.
I'm Peyton Smith. I go to Northwestern. That's my mom, Martha Smith, and my little brother, Ransom. At Boise State, I was on city council, and my experience at Boise State was I made a lot of friendships that I think will last a lifetime. And I really got out of it that friendships and becoming close with other people is really important in life.
We all this quiet at Boise State, or we all this quiet? You need to sound off. Everyone's got to hear you in the room.
My name's Nicholas Costi. Here with me tonight are my parents, Keith and Susan, and my older brother, Chris, who actually was in Boise State last year. I'm from Northwestern High School, and I was in the city of Ashley. And for that city, I ran for city chairman. Didn't make it, but that's okay. I ran for county council, also didn't make it, and I ran for commissioner of agriculture for the Nationalist Party, also didn't make it. Because it was a great experience, and I learned the values of getting to know your peers and really a lot about state government that I didn't know before.
I'm Seth Roddy. Those are my parents, Ken and Sharon Roddy. I'm from Westminster, Catawba Christian. At Boise State, I was the mayor of my city, Salkehatchie, and the treasurer of my county, which was Moultrie. At Boise State, I made some really good friends and learned a lot about the government and who to vote for and what to look for in a good candidate.
I'm Peyton Marion. I go to South Point High School. That's my dad, Dr. Doug Marion. I was on city council, and much like some other guys, I ran for lieutenant governor and definitely was way far off. I ran for mayor. I didn't win that either. Maybe there should have been trash collector or something. But I had a great time. I bonded, much like everybody else, I bonded with all the guys in my city. The first 2 days, you're kind of like, you're sitting there like, I don't know any of these people. I'm not gonna have a great time. But by the end of the week, you really don't want to leave. You're crying because you're trying to make friends. You've made friends with all these guys, and you don't want to leave them. So it was a great experience. It's a good way to learn that the importance of relationships in your workplace and in life in general.
I'm Nick Lujan. That's my dad, Raul Lujan, and I was at Edisto City, and I ran for city council. Didn't make that, so then that just discouraged me, and I didn't run for anything else. so yeah, Boise State taught me like your brothers really your true friends, and like really hurt me to like you had to leave them after you really got to know them. Boise State experience.
Hi, I'm Mercedes Kane. At Grove State, I was a whip and I was on Senate. At Grove State, I learned a lot, and really on the second day, I called my parents and I was ready to come home. My mom back there. The second day, I was like, this just isn't for me. I'm ready to go now. And then later on, I started to love it. And after that, I actually got nominated to go to Girls Nation. And at Girls Nation, I was a justice. And there I made...
Congratulations.
At Girls Nation, I was a justice, and I learned a lot, and the connections there I will have forever. It was a really good experience.
All right, I'm Natalie Rogers. I'm here with my mom, Susan Rogers. At Girls State, I was part of Finch City, and I was the city manager, so I got to take care of my girls and do morning wake-up calls with the fire marshal, and so that was interesting. But I also ran for adjutant general, but I didn't get that. However, I was appointed to sergeant at arms for the Senate, so I got to run papers and bills back and forth between the House of Representatives and the Senate, and that was an amazing experience for me just to kind of see and have like an outside perspective of how the government is run and how those bills are formed and created. So that was a fabulous Girl State experience. And just the bonds that I made with the girls from my city, I know I'll have those for a lifetime. I've already met up with half of them, and we've had our little Finch City reunions. So I know that friendships will last me forever, and that I'll always be a girls' state representative.
I'm Kayla Philbeck. Those are my parents back there, Danny and Debbie Philbeck, and then my two little sisters. I was in Hayford City. I ran for mayor, but I didn't get it, so I didn't run for anything else. But I still had a great experience and made a lot of friendships.
I'm Layla Striffy. My parents are Mike and MJ Striffy, and I go to Northwestern. And I was on the city council in Furman City, and I'm just really thankful for all the friendships I made there that I'm still in touch with today, and all the new things I learned about the law and government.
I'm Rebecca Addison. There's my parents, Chuck and Babs Addison. I was in Cawthorn City. When I first got there, my counselor, she kind of scared me a little bit. She just straight ran up to me and hugged me, and I was like, I don't know you. So I was kind of freaked out a little bit. I felt really uncomfortable the first day. Still felt uncomfortable the last day. But it's okay. I made a lot of new friends. I was at the parks and recreation, management. And basically just whenever we had like a sports thing, I was the one that was like, chanting, like, let's go, we're winning, not losing. And so it's just really cool to get everyone, like, hyped for sports. Yeah, because it was fun seeing, like, girls that normally never play, like, and they would say, I don't play sports, to get out there and, like, open up, and that kind of got me, it taught me to step out of my comfort zone a little bit. And I think that's kind of what I got most out of it, is, like, because I'm not a person to talk to people, kind of. Yeah. So, I mean, it just taught me to step out a little bit and be different.
Okay. My name's Hannah Moore. I go to Clover High School. My parents are Joy and Susan Moore in the back. At Girls State, I was voted senator, elected senator, not voted senator. I was elected senator for Cook County. It was a really cool experience on Friday because we got to go to Columbia, meet up with Boys State, and then as a senator we got to stay later than all the other girls, and we got to have like a Senate session, and like I got to write a bill and the bill passed. It was really cool. So that was the biggest thing I took out of Girls State was just how the Senate worked, because I mean I really never knew. History class doesn't teach you how Senate works, but being in there and actually like hands-on doing it just really taught me how our legislative works in Washington, D.C.
Okay. I'm Ariel, and I was elected to the House of Representatives, so that was fun having to write my bill didn't pass, as nobody wanted to explain it with me. But it was still fun and a good experience, and I didn't really have time to call my parents a lot because we were always really busy and staying up till like 3 o'clock in the morning, making sure that everything for the next day was set out so we wouldn't be one of them that went up there and then kind of like blanked. So it was fun. Oh, those are my parents back there. Yeah.
I'm Elise Van Giller, and my mom's sitting over here. And I ran for a few things and did make them, so I stopped running for things. But I mean, it was fun. My city was Williams City, and we had a lot of fun. We didn't win a whole lot of like city competitions or anything, but we like cheered and we were pretty hype and hardcore about things. And I made a lot of good friendships, and I learned a lot about the government and politics, and got to see some speakers, and it was a really good experience.
I'm Taylor Roberts. I go to South Point High School. My mom, Laura Roberts, is here. I had a really great experience at Girls State. I was in the House of Representatives, like a couple of you said, and it was really cool. It was very hands-on, and we really got to see how things run in the House and Senate. And like you said, I passed it, and I remember my bill didn't pass, which is kind of sad, but it was still really awesome. And I made a lot of great friends, and it was an incredible experience that I will forever be thankful for.
My name is Emma Reister, and I go to Westminster Catawba Christian School. Yeah, and those are my parents back there, Scott and Laura Reister. And I had a really fun time at Girls State. Met a lot of good friends that I'm still keeping in touch with, and it was just a really good experience.
My name
name's Elizabeth Jennings, and I go to Westminster, and those are my parents in the back, David and Frida Jennings. And I was in Hafer City, and I ran for city manager and city council, and I didn't get them. But I was the water chief, and I had a great time. I made a lot of friends. It's a good experience. I'm Emily Ferris, and my parents came with me, Don and Lisa Ferris, and my brother, Bobby. I was also in Hafer City, and I ran for Commissioner of Agriculture. Didn't make that, as a lot of us. And the biggest thing I took out of it was the friendships. Like, there's a bunch of us here, actually 4 of us, who were in Hafer City that we're all good friends now. And you get excited to see each other, and I just really enjoyed that experience of making new friends and learning a lot about the government.